PvZ2 Reflourish is basically a mod where they take everything that was wrong with the regular PvZ and made it better and added on to it. Like there's new zombies, new plants, new worlds, and each world has even more levels. Although some of the decisions, as in like they changed some of the sun cost for things, might be questionable. Like Grape Shot is now 250 sun and Snapdragon is 400 sun. Now maybe these sun costs actually make the plants balanced. I don't know. I think PopCap has kind of like washed away my thoughts on balanced plants and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe this is balanced as all things should be. Not only did I put up a poll on my channel like a month ago.
You're stupid now.
And everybody voted for PvZ Reflourished, but not only that, but I did want to try something new. So that is why we're doing this challenge. Can I beat PvZ2 Reflourished with only the new plants from this mod? And this challenge is basically going to have the same rules as all the other challenge, you know, the basics. Except those levels that make you have like all these plants and you only have like 2 spaces. I'm not going to count those, not because they're impossible, even though they literally are, because they're making me use 1 sunshroom and 1 flourish plant, but it's just not fair that I can't use more than 1 reflourish plant, basically, you know? It just doesn't have the heart of the challenge. So, and if you don't like it, now I will be using Sunshroom with it because the only new plant that can actually give you sun is Solar Pea, and Solar Pea only gives you like 15 sun, and it's when they kill a zombie. So yeah, we would definitely not be able to beat it with just Solar Pea, so I am going to use 1 row of sunshrooms basically, and that's pretty much it. And every time we use a new plant, I'll introduce them and rank them on how good I think they are, and I will be ranking every new boss fight with the new expansions and everything. But yeah, let's get right into it. I decided to start off with Solar Pea. Not only is it like our only plant that can produce any sun at all, but almost every one of the new plants are at least like above 200 sun, so I'm kind of working with what I got. Not to mention that until we get to the expansion levels, Solar Pea is absolutely going to blitz all of these levels. Basically, Solar Pea has 2 modes. One, which is a lobber mode, where they shoot 3 lobs at 3 different zombies, and she can shoot it from any lane. And then they have just a straight shot mode, where it's basically just, you know, like a pea shooter, but she does a lot of damage. The only downsides, if you had the name some, were she has a pretty long cooldown, and also she can't really shoot behind her. So if one lane is getting absolutely wrecked, she can't really shoot behind the help the lane. You just basically have to let it get cooked. We also need to talk about the Solar Pea's plant food, because holy, I mean, it is basically just a jalapeno for the price of plant food. The only thing I haven't seen it wipe out is a gargantuar, obviously. Now, tier list wise, I think Solar Pea is definitely a solid high A tier. 275 sun is quite a bit and the cooldown is quite long. But it speed blitz these early levels, but as you can see later in the video that it doesn't counter absolutely everything. And also it is basically just a worse version of Laser Beam, because Laser Beam actually costs 275 sun in this mod now, and it also it does like the same amount of damage, and it also hits every zombie in that lane, and it basically has the same exact plant food. So that's why it's not S tier. I also want to take some of this time to explain why I've been gone for so long. So I was on vacation for 3 days. So how do I explain the other 25? I had school, which took up a bunch of time, but that doesn't mean I haven't been working on it. I've been working on it for the past 20 days basically. It took a long time to get all of the Reflourish plants for this challenge. I had to complete like every world, or at least up to the first boss fight, so like 16 levels for each world, and then I had to play all the levels to unlock all the plants for the Reflourish world, and then I need to get all the gems to buy the freaking aerial world, whatever it's called, and I had to get the gems to buy the Solar Pea and the Void Orchid, and I still don't have all of them. I have to spend more time getting all the plants because I don't have the freaking Acid Lemon, I don't have the Fiery Spike Rock or the Pea Pod or whatever. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, I still need to grind out for those. But yeah, it's just been taking me a while to unlock all the plants and do all that, and also now I'm editing and that's gonna take a while. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what I've been doing, and I haven't just been sitting here doing absolutely nothing. This day also comes our semi problem. Wasn't really a problem for this day because I already had a full row of solar peas, but when this guy shows up a lot more, the freaking tomb zombie becomes a real problem. See, this is a perfect example of the con of solar pea not being able to attack from behind, because this conehead zombie got straight through and I literally only needed one more projectile, but since they can't shoot behind, he ended up taking my lawnmower with him. I know now is not really the time to talk about new video ideas, especially since I haven't uploaded in like 20 days and I'm just now starting a new challenge.
You alright, bro?
But I was thinking about probably doing a PvZ fusion challenge sometime in the future. I mean, I just want to do one for that mod. I mean, the mod's pretty sick and I haven't played it at all. And I was thinking about doing a challenge for replanted, or maybe like the co-op mode, where it's, you know, only beat it with co-ops with some maybe other restrictions. I was planning on doing it with a friend or something, but I mean, if I could do it with another PvZ YouTuber, that'd be pretty sick. I mean, just imagine me and your favorite PvZ YouTuber beating all of PvZ replanted together. I mean, that'd be pretty sick. I mean, subscribe on all of your YouTube accounts if you think that'd be fire. Day 15, we had to protect all these sunflowers, and it wasn't hard until the very end, and it got extremely close. They got nibbled on a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Day 18 was just a plan your defense level, and it was just a bunch of camel zombies, which this is like plant food galore for the solar pea. Her plant food is also way more satisfying than like the laser beans plant food, because you get to see the zombies get straight vaporized, like turn into straight. Day 20, we had to protect 4 sunflowers this time, and another con about the solar pea is, you know, it only shoots the things that are closest to your lawnmowers. So this little sneaky torch zombie got by, man. It's like if I threw
7 babies in a lake.
no one even batted an eye. And that is the last time we failed in the original levels. Now we're on to day 26 to day 34 until the boss fight, and these are all expanded worlds, so they're gonna be way harder and basically like no mercy. Do you see what I mean right here? Like, this is the first level, the first expansion level, and I'm already getting mopped. Like, literally they threw everything at me like already. I'm definitely gonna need more than just solar peas for this level, dude. Look at this. This is the before and after. Like, I don't know how I'm getting mobbed like this already, bro. I knew I had to add a new plant to the arsenal, so I chose Nespario. Nespario. He's an insta-use plant that basically just creates like a whirlwind and sucks in all zombies in a 3x3 area and does a ton of damage to them. He's actually really useful at a low cost of only 75 sun, so I think he's going to be the key to completing this level. He did actually get us pretty far in the level, but since our solar peas don't take out tombstones, since, you know, the lobs only go for zombies and don't really go for tombstones unless the zombie is like standing over a tombstone, by the end of the level, all the spaces are filled up with tombstones, so I can't really get any Nespario value. So we got overwhelmed again. But when you're that close to beating a level, you know you don't really need to like switch any things up plants-wise. You just need to get a little bit more lucky and a little bit more placements and a little bit more timing on everything, especially since I'm using like an insta-use plant like Nespario, which comes in a lot in this level. So I just need to time him better, use him better, and I know I will be able to complete this level.
A few moments later.
Finally, we made it to the last wave. Also, I'm pretty sure I only heard this for the expansion levels, but the final wave makes like this dun dun sound. Like, even if you have the sound like all the way down and stuff, and honestly the first time I had the sound all the way down, so I didn't think I was gonna hear anything, and it actually scared me so bad when I first heard it, like during this level. But anyway, the final wave was pretty easy because over the level I replaced my sun shrooms with solar peas, because as you can see at the top I have 2,000 sun with all the enemies I was defeating. Solar pea gave us so much sun on top of all the sun shrooms. And Nespario cleaning up all the crowds and stuff. It It was overall a team effort. I know the Reflourish worlds are supposed to be, you know, way harder, but like the normal levels, you know, you only need to produce like 2,000 or 3,000 sun. This level makes you produce 9,000 sun.
Why y'all put cheese on my cheeseburger? I'm sorry, what? Shut your someone come in there and shoot your
Like, dude. I mean, I guess it makes sense because this level, it's actually a challenge compared to like getting like 3,000 or 2,000. But still, I didn't get it all the way till the very end, but I was just placing sun shrooms randomly everywhere at one point, and the solar pea is actually perfect for this. But dealing with the zombies overall wasn't hard. It was just, you know, making sure we had enough to get enough sun at the end. And with that, I'm actually going to rank Nespario right by Solar Pea. I wouldn't say it's better than Solar Pea, but it is really good crowd control and a really good insta for only 75 sun. Like, it can literally take out a ton of zombies and stall a bunch of zombies. So I think it deserves the A spot. Also, since there's more levels that have to have more plants you have to unlock, so for Ancient Egypt and the Reflourished levels, you actually get to unlock Snow Pea and Squash, and Snow Pea is actually 175 sun. The next level, which is a Prepare Your Defense level, something actually pretty interesting happens. For some reason, it let me place Nespario, which is an insta-use plant, by the way, if you didn't know from me telling you. Never mind. But it let me place it, and every time I placed it, you know, he actually got used, and it left like this little shadow, and I couldn't shovel up the shadow, and I couldn't place another Nespario, so I just filled the screen up with used Nespario shadows, and then it wouldn't let me place anything else. So when I started it, he was on cooldown again, and I basically had no sun left, so I kind of had to restart. And if you had to guess, the Plan Your Defense level was actually pretty easy because, you know, we just got to place as much solar peas as we wanted. A29 was a conveyor belt level, but it was a Reflourish level, and I've never played it before, so you know I had to slide in. It's basically one of those conveyor belt levels where they give you like really trash plants and then throw an entire army like Avengers Endgame at you. Yeah, it was actually pretty hard, at least the first try. I lost the first try like almost on the last wave. I don't know why the second try was so much easier. I guess because I had this like whole row of coconut cannons, but yeah. Day 31, the objective was new to me, so I was actually kind of excited, but kind of worried because the challenge was we had to break 50 gravestones. Now, we've basically only are using 2 plants so far. Nespario basically doesn't do a lot of damage to the graves, and Solar Pea only does damage to the graves if they're not using their lobber mode, which is not very good if Solar Pea isn't using his lobber mode, especially if you want him to take out graves, because he can't really hit the zombies and will get overwhelmed really quickly. So I did try, but the problem wasn't even, you know, taking out the gravestones. It was the sheer amount of zombies, and the Solar Peas were on the straight shot mode the whole time. So after like 2 more tries, I knew we had to add someone new. The Maypop mechanic is actually a very interesting plant, and I actually really like it a lot. Basically what it does is it fires one tiny gear that does a little bit like less damage forward, like straight forward, and then it shoots a massive gear backward, and if it doesn't hit anything while it's flying backward, it goes straight forward and hits whatever's in front of it, and it does way more damage. But what I also love about this, and why it really helps during this level, is that the flying gear, the little one that flies out forward, it actually bounces off of targets. So it actually really helps eliminating gravestones if you just have a few of these in the middle. And at 250 sun, it's actually not bad, but 250 sun is kind of expensive for this. But I still say it's solid, and it did get the job done for this level. Day 32 was pure agony. Like, they had this new torch zombie, which is, you know, one of the new zombies of the expansion, and it basically it's no different from a regular torch zombie other than it walks faster. Basically, that's pretty much it. It just runs faster, so you have to deal with it faster. But yeah, it was pure agony trying to deal with this one freaking torch zombie because there was no plants in the Reflourish that really just straight freezes and gets rid of it. Well, I do find out later from some trial and error that one plant does, but I'll save it until I actually find it out, or until you find out yourself. After a lot of trial and error, I finally landed on having the Cattail in here, which I'm sure all of you know Cattail, you know, from PvZ1, which might seem like a controversial pick to even put him in the Reflourish plants. but I mean, he's not in PVZ2, and I mean, he's a crazy plant food, you know, that doesn't exist since he wasn't in PVZ2. So I'd say he's pretty much a reflourished plant since he's only in PVZ1. So I'm gonna count him. And also, just so you know, I'm using the twin sunflowers since that's like the only sun producer they give us, since they give us like 4 plants we have to pick. Also, speaking of Cattail's plant food, look at this crazy plant food I got off.
Of all the accounts.
But Cattail's plant food is actually crazy. It's just that wasn't the best showing. And this is what the tier list is looking like right now with the new plants. Maypop I put in B. It's pretty solid, but the price and also it's just not that crazy strong. But you'll see the showing in the future, but Cattail is wholly S tier. Like, Cattail is so good, including the plant food and everything, and attacking behind. It's just way too good, man. A33 was a very interesting level. I mean, just look at the left side of my screen. We have to protect 4 iceberg lettuces with 1 banana launcher, and we have 4 different iceberg lettuces and both of the potato mines to take out zombies. So basically is like use the banana launcher to take out high health targets, and then freeze everything so you can have time to place all these potato mines down, and that's basically it. It's a very cool and interesting level, but I don't know, I just didn't like enjoy it. Day 34, the last day before the boss fight, and there are so many of these massive pyramid head dudes, not from Silent Hill. And they're just so strong, dude. Like, throw a whole row of them at me, like, genuinely, what am I supposed to do? And it doesn't help that they literally, none of these reflourish levels give me plant food. Like, they kind of honestly like starve me of it. They give me like 1 plant food the entire run. Sometimes they give me like none in a level. So yeah. And the key to beating this level was to basically swap out my entire roster. Yes, literally my entire roster. I had to add 3 new plants. One is basically just a walnut version of the Reflourish plants, which is a pineapple. And then one that costs 450 sun, where like 3 of these like peas come out and just like shoot like tiny peas or like pellets at the zombies, and it actually does crazy amount of damage. That's why it costs like 450 sun. And then this last dude who shoots water, which I just now put together, that water puts out fire, so he's perfect. But this dude, yes, him, this dude who looks like he could match freaking Patrick Starr's stupidity level, is the one who comes in and saves the day. And now it's on to the boss fight, which every boss in the Reflourished world part is basically just have like this evil glow to it, where it looks more like straight evil and abomination like. And I'm not gonna lie, this boss fight was extremely hard, and it wasn't even hard because it took me forever attempts wise, because it took me like 3 or 4 attempts. But this boss fight and these boss fights take forever. Like 4 attempts in the Reflourish boss fight, like minute wise, is like 40 minutes, dude. Like I can sit here for 20 minutes doing a boss fight and then lose at the very end and have to do it like all over again. Like, that's the only reason why it took me so long. But yeah, it's actually way harder than the regular boss fight. Surprise, surprise. Because they don't give you like straight OP plants and stuff. And also like his health bars, probably more if I had to guess. I mean, it seems like it. And yeah. And I'm gonna rank this new boss fight in hard mode. I mean, I expect the bosses to get way harder from here, of course, so I'm not gonna put it in like brutal or mega brutal yet, because I expect the bosses to be way harder than this one, of course. But it was pretty hard to start off with. I mean, I didn't expect it to be that hard for sure. I'm probably gonna give Ancient Egypt like a 7 out of 10. But let me know what you guys think of this challenge. It took me a long time to get all the plants for this and to actually be able to do this challenge. That's why it took so long, like I explained in the beginning. But let me know if you like mess with this challenge or not. Can you feel like the creative juices like coming inside you from this challenge?
Bro, what the f are you even talking about?
And I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, no one has done it before, and all these plants are very unique. But yeah, definitely will be more worlds in later videos probably. It's just, it really does take a long time to even play these worlds. It takes like 2 hours per world. So it's getting pretty brutal out here, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm gonna need y'all's support if you want me to keep doing this series, because I'm gonna have to go crazy and work a ton if I want to get these videos out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next one.